What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the HiBoost cell phone booster. So if you are someone that maybe lives in a slightly rural area and or travels through a somewhat dead cell phone signal area, this might be a product for you. I have a few spots actually in Jacksonville, believe it or not, that I have a very low signal, if not a dead signal. And so what I've done today is I have driven out to said spot where I actually only have one bar of cell phone signal, and we are going to put this baby to the test. It does say that it is 5G compatible. So for those of you that are concerned about that, take note. But if you're like me, really the only thing that you would want from this is to make sure that you have cell phone signal and or enough cell phone signal to maybe be able to work. They also make these for RVs and trucks. And so those that are for RVs, basically the long story short is the cables are longer and it does come with a couple additional things. But primarily what it's going to come with is this heat sink is essentially what it is. It has a Wi-Fi signal that you can actually connect to, which is kind of convenient because you can monitor wirelessly. It also connects to your phone via Bluetooth in order to monitor signal. And the core function of the app that you can download is really primarily to properly position the antenna. So it actually comes with a couple antennas. One is this little shark tooth or shark fin that goes on the back of the car, which we can talk about. And then the other one is the internal booster antenna that goes in your car. This goes in a low spot, and the shark fin goes in a high spot on the high portion of your vehicle. So I'll show you where I put mine. And then it's very, very convenient in that it has nothing complex. So it has an outdoor antenna entry point, which is where the shark fin goes, and then it has an indoor, very clearly labeled, portion for the internal antenna to connect to. And outside of that, you basically install it wherever you want and you're good to go. And what I have done here, I will admit, I wasn't really sure how to think or feel about this because, well, I'll tell you one thing. If you have no cell signal, meaning there's just not a signal, there's nothing to boost. So if you are buying this because you actually real deal have no cell phone signal, there's nothing to boost. It's not going to help you out. If you are someone who has just the tiniest sliver of a cell signal and it feels like you're back in the day on old school cell towers where it takes you 10 minutes for things to load, this may actually be something that could help you out with. But anyway, back to my skepticism. I just didn't really know how to feel because, you know, I don't know, how could you really prove that it's working? But the way you can is actually through a speed test. And so I did a speed test, and interestingly enough, this bad boy ended up doubling my cell phone signal. So I don't like making videos longer than they need to be. So we're at about 3 minutes here. I think I've covered the main points. I am showing B-roll footage of where I specifically put these things in my vehicle. I think if you're someone that is constantly going through a rural area, again, you could properly fully install this into your vehicle. For me, I'm just going to keep this in the car for whenever I do go. We actually just went mudding this past weekend, interestingly enough, and we had signal, but it was so crappy. I guess I'm a horrible person where I exclusively rely on GPS. So we were about an hour away from my house in the middle of nowhere mudding, and I had the tiniest bit of cell phone connection, and it was taking forever to load maps, and we just didn't really know where to go. And so I'm gonna actually keep this in my car for those situations because it takes about 2 seconds to install as well. Obviously, if you want to permanently keep it on your car, you can. However, if you're familiar with my channel, I like my Tesla Model S because it's sleek. And although that fin is relatively sleek, I want to just try and keep all the lines nice and smooth. So if that is of interest to you, there's going to be links down below. There are discount codes and all of the things for this product. So feel free to click that down below. And I guess let me know if you have any other questions about this. The app is actually very robust in that it will help you, as I mentioned, get a good position on your vehicle of where you should put things. And it'll help you know if you're in good position just in general in the world. So with that, I'll let you guys get back to it. Thanks so much.